Dear Star viewers, welcome back. So in the last session, we were learning about the factors that are influencing a person in choosing his business organization. Yes. So in this session, I'm going to discuss what is the structure of business firm. So before going into this topic, I want to convey you three clear points. Firstly, this answer is really important, and then the second one is about the title business firm. Why am I telling it business and firm as a two different words? Because business is an activity, whereas the firm is a place where you conduct the business. So when you get clear with this title terms, then this answer will go easily into your mind. And the third point is, people who understand the concept well and good, but there are also few people who really study it for the exam purpose. For although also them, I'm telling a small point, that is there are only 8 points in this topic. So clearly understand. I'm giving you also examples that you can use it in your exams. Okay, so let's start the topic. So yeah, structure of business firm. This is the diagram that involves sole proprietorship, partnership, limited or joint stock company, which is further divided into private and public. Private limited, public limited. Then coming to other types, that is statutory and guarantee. Okay, you might listen, these terms are completely new, but these points, sole proprietorship, partnership and joint stock is the company, these words I was using from the day one itself, if you remember. So these points will go easily into your mind. So sole proprietorship. What is sole proprietorship? It itself says, the name itself says, there is a sole trader who is always responsible for all the activities in his business. Whatever the equity capital, the assets and also the amount of loan he is going to start with the business, everything will be bear or bought by the sole person itself. So it means that whenever he is alone responsible for all his profits, he is only alone responsible for all his losses also. Okay, so that's called sole proprietorship, and the ownership will be vested with a single person itself, and he doesn't have much obligations regarding the law. He can form on his will and wish, and also he can quit on his will and wish without any legal followings, etc. Then coming to partnership. What is this partnership? So according to Partnership Act 1932 of section 4. Okay, there are many sections also, like Partnership Act 2013 and all. So sections might change, but the concept or the topic remains the same. That is partnership. That is two or more people come together to start a business and to equally share the profits and share the risks. Okay, so there is a topic called profit sharing ratio. So they set a ratio before they start a business, and all the amount of profit, all the amount of risk, losses, gains, bonus, retirement benefits or anything it may be, insolvency and even death, whatever it is, the capital in the business will be shared accordingly to this profit sharing ratio. That can be 2:1:1. Say partner 1 is A, B, C. So partner A brings 2% to the business, and whereas B and C gets 1%, 1%. So even the profits or the losses, bonus and death or insolvency, whatever it is, it will be, and also the risk, whatever it is equally bared, according to this ratio from all the parts. It's not mandatory that it can be of any ratio, it can also be equal. And then this also need not worry about the legal obligations. They can simply form a partnership and then carry on their Good. So it is advisable but not mandatory. And even the closing of the business also, you can go through the legal proceedings, or you yourself can shut down your business upon a good understanding in that good profit amount sharing ratio. Or else if you want to go legal, you can also go legal. Then that at that time also it is not mandatory, it's just advisable. So one-on-one process, when it gets complicated, it gets mandatory. Here it is not at all mandatory and it is not at all advisable. But here it is advisable. When coming to this joint stock or the limited company, you have none other choice than accepting this legal obligations, and you have to follow all the rules and regulations and sections and get registered under this Partnership Act. You and all your partners have to sign the deed. You have to mention where is your company, registered company, its name, title, and what is the profit sharing ratio, and who are your partners, your addresses, your main things, your assets and liabilities that you are going to invest in the business, and your risks and losses, whatever you have to write a statement like we are going to bear it by ourselves, all of you. Then that's again further divided into private and public also. So here again you have private company, you don't have any other members to join. So there are only a minimum of 2 and maximum of 50 members can be there in private company. Okay, but whereas in the public company, as I told you, the board of members can be 7 and the maximum is unlimited. So in the same way, I also give you the examples like as I already told you, you have to follow each and every regulation, and these are the examples. Okay, private companies are Reliance, TCS, Info and Infosys, and public companies are Indian Oil Corporation Limited, okay, Bharat Petroleum Corporation, State Bank of India, etc. So clear with the company. So I have already given you examples. So please make note of all these examples, and also this important points like partnership ratio is important, and also the Partnership Act 1932 and also Partnership Act 2013 is mandatory. And also joint stock, I told you private and public, and also I told you the limits like how many are allowed, like minimum is 2 and maximum is 50. Here I told you 7 and unlimited. So these amounts and ratios are really important, and you have to mention it in your exams. I'm even simultaneously giving you the exam tips that will be useful. Then other types. Coming to the other types, you have statutory and guarantee. Statutory is nothing but a legislative body where you have to follow all the rules and regulations, and that was followed prior but not now. And now guarantee. Here you have again 2 types: company limited by shares, company limited by guarantee. Remember these points. In this guarantee you have company limited by shares and company limited by guarantee. Okay, company limited by shares in the sense here all the partners are equally responsible, as I told you in this partnership. So amount of shares will be contributed by all the persons and equally through the business. But when coming to the matter of guarantee, shares or company limited by guarantee. Here we are talking about a company and its members and its type of functions. Yes or no? This is the interior part of organization and types of businesses, sole proprietorship, partnership, and what all they do in that. So here company limited by guarantee says if it is necessary, then we are going to bear the amount of risk or loss or shares, whatever it is, only if it is necessary. If not, we are not going to bear this. That is what called as company limited by guarantee. Okay, so once again let's revise structure of business firm. As I told you, business and firm are 2 different topics, 2 different words which has 2 different meanings. Business is an activity, whereas the firm is a place where you do the business. Like whatever I am doing now, I am teaching, but this is a place where I am teaching. So this is called a room, a tuition room or whatever it is, and whatever the activity I'm doing is teaching. So in the same way, business and firm are two different topics, and the synonyms for firm can be concern, a unit, or an enterprise. These are all the synonyms. So don't get confused when I use another terms like enterprise or concern or unit, etc. Okay, these all are synonyms. And then coming to structure, as I already told you, sole proprietorship, partnership, joint stock or limited company, which is further divided into private and public, and also other types, statutory and guarantee. Here I have given the private and public company examples, that is private is Reliance, TCS, okay, Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys, Wipro. Whereas the public says Indian Oil Corporation Limited, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited, State Bank of India, etc. Because of the space constraint, I wrote it in the short forms, but as I am repeating, for your understanding, you can write it in the full forms also, and all these points. I want you all really to make a note of it to remember. And if you like this video and you think I have made it relevant, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you. Stay tuned to Stay Safe.